Hi friends! Heather with StoneLion Puppet Theater here, and I am so excited to share some of my fun puppets with you and to have you make your own puppets today. So here at StoneLion, we have started a new project called #Puppets Trash Talking. And that's exactly what it means. Puppets that are trash puppets that are talking about the trash in our world. I mean, have you gone outside and seen where there's trash that shouldn't be? I know I have. I see trash on the street. I see trash that blows into our yard or your school playground. I see trash blowing in the wind and hanging up in the trees, and worse, I see trash in the water. And it's a huge problem all around the world. So that's why today we're going to talk about what we can maybe do to make the world a better place.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, hi Neil. This is Neil, the Nitro Glove. You've seen Nitro Gloves around lately, haven't you?
Oh yeah, we're all over the place these days.
Yeah, I mean, we all need to wear our masks, and some people are wearing gloves as well. But do you think it's cool to take those things and just throw them on the ground?
No way!
I know, Neil. I mean, what happens when you just get tossed in the middle of the street?
Well, we could end up going anywhere with the wind or the rain.
Or worse, a bird could think that you're food.
Yuck! I'm not good as food.
I know. So while we're being safe, we also have to make our planet safe. So something like Neil, are you recyclable?
No way.
I know. Unfortunately, Nitro Gloves cannot be put in the recycling bin, but they could be put into a trash receptacle. A lot better place than just tossing them on the ground, isn't it? Yeah. So we've got to figure out where that trash should go. I mean, if you go to the recyclespot.org, that's a great place to find out exactly what can go into your recycling bin where you live. Because it's not the same where I live or where my sister who lives in Idaho lives. They can recycle only certain things there. But recyclespot.org will actually tell you where your neighborhood, what you can put in your recycling bin. So things like Neil, they don't get stuck in the wrong space and then mess up the recycling for everybody.
And nobody wants that.
Yeah, and it's really important that we pick up that trash on the street and find a place to put it. Because you know what? If it's on the ground,
it's in the water.
Yeah, think about that. When the rain comes down, it washes all the trash that's in the street right into the storm drain, and that goes
in the water and rivers.
Right, it leads right into the river, and that's a really bad place for our trash. Yeah. So, as we're creating our puppet stages today, you're actually going to create your own miniature puppet play as well. So when you're creating a play, you've got to have characters like Neil or a mask or an alien, and you've got to have a problem. And today our problem is the trash in our world. And then you've got to come up with a solution, right?
That's exactly right. That sounds like fun.
Hey Neil, high five.
See you later.
Bye. Let's get started making our puppets. So here is an example of one of the puppet stages we're going to make. So this one, it hangs around your neck and it's a miniature puppet stage. Look at that. There's a fish, there's water, and in this play, oh no, Walter the water bottle, I've been washed into the river. There's our problem. And we've got to figure out what our solution is. And in this one, somebody decided it would be a hand would reach in and pick up the water bottle. Hey, I'm gonna go and have a new life. Yay! And cleaned up the stream. Pretty cool, huh? So here's our trash puppet, and then here's our solution. There's one example. So here's another example. This one's not water at all. This one actually looks like a park or a playground or something, because there's a tree and some grass and some flowers and somebody put a sun up there. All right, yeah. And in this one, whoop, here comes our problem. It's a car, yeah. And this car decided, oops, he threw his fast food out into the lawn. Oh, sometimes trash happens because it's an accident, and sometimes it happens because somebody was just lazy and threw their trash where it doesn't belong. Oh no, I'm stuck here in the park. Me too. What are we gonna do? And that's where you come in. What would you do in this case? What would be the solution to our play? I don't know. Aliens! I'm stuck on aliens today. I don't know why. So, we're gonna start making our own puppets. Are you ready?
Yeah, let's do it!
Hi, Libby the Lid. Oh, this is great. Let's first get together with our materials. To start with, you're going to need 2 paper plates, right? You are going to need the PDF that was sent to you that has our trash talking puppets on it. You don't have to use them all, but these are examples. There's Libby the Lid, yeah. And there's Walter the water bottle. Okay, and you're going to need colors. You can have markers, or there's crayons, or you can use colored pencils, whatever you have around the house that you really like. You're going to need a piece of string or yarn, and this piece of string or yarn should be just about that long. Hang around your neck. It's going to be what we're going to put on the back of our puppet. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need some sort of tape. It could be cellophane tape, it could be masking tape, it could be duct tape, whatever you have around the house. You could use a glue stick if you want, but you don't have to use a glue stick, but you will need tape. And you're going to need sticks or rods. You could use 2 sticks if you only want to make 2 puppets. If you want to make 6 puppets, how many rods or sticks are you going to need? Maybe 6, right? Okay. So, sticks, those are a little harder to come by. You could use popsicle sticks. I don't know if you have those around, or craft sticks. I like using coffee stirrers, that's another one, or straws if you've got them. Please do not go out and buy plastic straws though. I'm really not a big fan of plastic straws. We don't really need them. How about chopsticks? If you've gotten takeout or something like that, chopsticks make great sticks. And if you don't have anything like that, pencils. Everybody's got pencils or markers around they could use for their puppets. Or better yet, you could just go outside and find some sticks and branches from trees that are blown down or laying in the street or in your yard. That would be pretty cool. All a natural. All right, so I'm going to put my string to the side. I'm going to take my 2 paper plates to start with. Oh, and you're going to need a pencil just for drawing. Getting ready for this. This is how we're going to assemble our paper plate stage. Do not use your scissors to do this. It will hurt. Ow. You want to use your pencil. You want to take, see this ring right here? In the center of the paper plate, right here, you want to poke a hole with your pencil, and you might want to get an adult to help you, maybe not, but see, you've got a hole there. You don't want to stab your scissors in it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Bad news. But once you have that little hole, you can take your scissors and you can start cutting out the center part of your paper plate. You've got a line to follow right here. So just follow that around. You guys see that okay? You are creating your proscenium. That's a fun word. It's a theater word called proscenium. And that means the outside or frame of your stage. In regular theater, it's the drapes, a lot of times, are the proscenium around the stage. See, it's like a frame. All right, save this. We're gonna use that later. All right, and when you put these two together, look at that. There's our stage. We're not gonna put them together yet because it's much easier to design and create your scenery before we put it together. So now's the time to put your creative hat on and figure out what your scenery is going to be. Is it going to be a park or a playground? Is it going to be your backyard? Is it going to be the river or something like that? Or could it be a street? I'm going to make a street and I'm going to use crayons. I really like coloring with crayons. I like how they blend. I like how you can color a huge swath with just rubbing them. But you can use markers if you want. You could use markers and crayons, colored pencils. This is yours. There's no right, there's no wrong. It's all great because your creativity is perfect for you. I'm gonna draw me a street. Cover it. What have you decided to make? Now you don't have to color all the way to the edge because our proscenium will go over that. So you're only going to see the middle part. Okay? All right. I think I need the lines in the middle of the street. It's a two-way street. You know why it's a two-way street? Because it's got yellow lines. If it was white lines, that means it was a one-way street. And then we need a sidewalk. So while you're coloring your scenery, I want to talk to you a little bit about StoneLion Puppet Theater. You know, we've been around for 29 years. That's a long time. And we do all kinds of fun puppets. We build most of our puppets here in our studio. And the studio, this place is our rehearsal space. So that's why we have black curtains behind us. And we've got a big open space so that we can practice our plays before we bring them to schools and to the libraries and other places. If you'd like to see a puppet show, check out our website at StoneLionPuppets.org, and we've got a calendar, and we're doing like outdoor shows right now mostly. And when the weather is better, we'll even do shows in our garden outside of our StoneLion studios here. Maybe sometime you could come take a tour and see all of the hundreds of puppets that are around here. Look, I made my street, and there's our sidewalk, and there's some grass. So I think that's what I want to put there. And now it's time to put the proscenium on. And you can color your proscenium. Like this person, they put flowers and grass, and they even made a sun. This person just colored it a different color to frame it. Ooh, you know what I'm going to do for this one? I am going to make stripes on it, just to give it a design. You can do whatever you like with yours. No right, no wrong. It's perfectly wonderful with your creative brain. And once you get your proscenium done, we're going to put it together. All right, I'll push my crayons over. I'll pick up my mess in a minute. So, ready to put it together. You may not be all finished coloring, that's fine. I'm just going to show you. So you can take some tape. Whoops! Threw my mask over there. And you want to tape the sides together. Or if you have a stapler and want to use that, you can staple the sides together. Either way. And you want to tape the top, but don't tape the bottom, because the bottom part is where your puppets come in, right? So you want to do the top and the sides, but not the bottom. Sound right? Sound right. Everything's a puppet. All right. And then we'll take our string and we're going to turn our proscenium over, and we're going to tape the two pieces of yarn to the top. Make sure that you're taping it to the top and not the bottom, otherwise your puppet stage will be upside down. I'm going to use masking tape for this. It's a little bit stickier than my cellophane tape. You could also use regular Elmer's glue if you want. It would just take a while for it to dry. Look, there's my stage. Now I have to figure out what my puppets are gonna be. What do I wanna make my trash in this play? I think I'm going to make a plastic bag that's blowing down the street. So I want to show you something about cutting. You could cut on the lines, which are just fine. Or if you don't want to do that, you could do what we call a bubble cut. So like this lid here, and it's got the straw. Let me color my straw first. It's kind of hard to cut out. So if you want to just cut around the whole thing like a big bubble, it's a lot easier. Like that. Or you can follow the lines, whichever you prefer. Or you could do both. So like when I made this hand, I cut out the arm, but I did a bubble cut around the fingers. Yeah. So I'm getting my plastic bag. And you can color your plastic bag if you want. I just decided since it's a plastic bag, it's just white and it's okay. Yeah, but maybe I'll give it some blue eyes. And a smile. So there's my trash, and then I have to figure out what my solution is. And, oh, I know. I've been thinking about aliens a lot today. So maybe in my story, there's a plastic bag that's blowing down the street, and an alien from outer space zips down and picks up the trash. So I'm gonna draw me an alien in a spaceship. And I'm using the leftover paper from my paper plate. Maybe my alien is purple. Or at least his spaceship is purple. And maybe I'll use markers. That's not a very good color for mine. There we go. There's my alien. Time to cut him out. Remember, you can follow the lines or you can do a bubble cut. I'm gonna do both on this one. Like that. And once you get your puppets, then it's time to use your rods or sticks. And I think I will use a pencil. So you wanna turn your puppets over, and on the back, you want to tape your rods or sticks on. And you want enough tape that you can get both sides of your stick, but not enough that it comes around to the front of the puppet. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Sound like a minion. Bananas. And I'll use a coffee stirrer on that. Ta-da! All right, so here, whoosh, the winds are blowing, whoosh, and it blows the paper back on the street, and it's like, oh no, what's gonna happen to our planet? Beep-o, beep-o, beep-o. Oh, my planet was taken over by plastic trash, so I'm going to protect the earth. Beep-o, 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 off to the recycling bin with you. Beep-o, 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 beep-o. And there's your play. Or that's at least my play. I sure wish I knew what you were doing. You know what would be great? Is if you could take a photo of the puppets that you've created in your stage and maybe post them on our social media, on Facebook or Instagram, or on StoneLionPuppets.org. You could send them to me. That would be great. StoneLion Puppets. I would love to see what you are. Oh, hey, Terry.
Hey, how's it going?
It's Terry at the takeout box.
Hey, that looks like me.
Here's a puppet of Terry the takeout box.
And I'm very dashing.
Yes, you are. Now, you're plastic.
That's right.
So you could actually be recycled, couldn't you?
Yes, but I need to be very clean.
That's right. This one still has food all in it.
Yuck.
Yeah. Some takeout boxes are another, what are those? What else could they be? Not styrofoam, you can't recycle around here. But if a takeout box was made out of
Cardboard.
Cardboard, yeah. As long as it was clean and dry, then you could recycle it into your recycling bin. Otherwise, it's got to go into the landfill. Yeah. So remember, create your play, have a lot of fun doing it, and pick up after yourself so your leftovers don't become just trash. Off to the recycling bin with this stuff, huh?
That's right.
Until next time, have a great puppet fun and have a great day.